Oh yeah, it's on. First day of P. Diddy trial deliberations set off with a bomb. Let's believe that. Yes, sir. The jury handed over 2 notes off the rip within the first 2 hours of deliberation. Y'all keep it locked right here. We're going to break down those 2 notes. We're going to talk about what took place today, a quick recap, and a whole lot more. All right, so y'all keep it locked. Straight Shoota Podcast, baby. Let's go. All right, y'all. So once again, it's on. Y'all know what time it is, man. You've tuned in to your favorite ghetto reporter, Swift Dollars, and this is Straight Shoota Podcast on Maschine Mafia TV, a safe place for unbiased opinions based on facts. Hit that subscribe button, smash up the likes, click that notification bell so you stay in the loop, all right? So, yo, let's go. Let's get to it. All right, so we got P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying, the first day of his trial deliberation, all right? And it set off with a bang. We ain't even going to hold you on that. So just 2 hours into the process, the judge received a note from the foreman reporting one of the jurors was unlikely to follow the instructions the great judge had laid out. So, you know what I'm saying, that's that juror 25. He came in fronting off the rip, you know what I'm saying? So I guess they had to go ahead and nip that in the bud off the rip. So now we're going to keep it moving. While the judge ultimately responded by reminding the jury of their responsibilities through a written note, a legal expert unaffiliated with the case described the situation as significant and suggested it could provide grounds for an appeal if Diddy Combs is found guilty. Now, this source comes from CNN. I got this online, so this ain't my words. This is CNN, so y'all go check that out. And then I got another note. So now, according to TMZ, like I said, juror 25, which is the 51-year-old Hispanic man with a PhD in molecular biology and neuroscience. Now, y'all hear that? That dude a straight nerd now. So that's the one cutting up, acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, he's the one that they were saying was refusing to follow the judge's instructions in determining Diddy's guilt or innocence. Now, this concern was this concern right here now, you know what I'm saying, it led the jury to send another note. Now, in response to that, Diddy's attorney, he informed the judge to tell the jurors that it was too early in the deliberation. Like, look, y'all knock that off, man. Y'all don't go back in there and cool out. And we ain't got time to switch this up right now. So that means things going good. People ain't getting along in there. It's an uprising. That's good for us. No. Y'all go in there and y'all work that out. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no do-overs, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to start over, you know? No, send them in there. Y'all work that out. That's pretty much what Diddy and them saying. So then, you know what I'm saying, some Iranian, he done bounced back and sent the note to the jury reminding them of his original instructions and for y'all to follow the law and do what I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going back in there, figure that thing out, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. Another note was like, yo, they want to be out at 5 o'clock. He was like, yeah, no doubt, but y'all gonna work this thing out. You get what I'm saying? We ain't got no time for no do-overs. You know what I'm saying? The gavel gonna fall by Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all already know, 4th of July coming up, so people got the fireworks ready. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be outside doing their thing at the neighborhood cookout on the grill. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to have all this stuff knocked out by Wednesday. I got a feeling by Wednesday about 2 o'clock, it's going to be a split decision. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, also again, like I said, so let me break this down. When he was like, when the juror with one of the notes was asking about the racketeering and all that, okay? So he wanted to know what was the definition of racketeering. He stated that a guilty verdict should only be reached if the jury determines, right, listen now, that Combs or any, well, excuse me, let me reread that because I don't want to mess it up, you know what I'm saying? Some Iranian explained the details of racketeering. He stated that a guilty verdict should only be reached if the jury determines that Combs and any of his alleged co-conspirators agreed to commit at least 2 of the following crimes: sex trafficking, witness tampering, robbery, arson, forced labor, transportation to engage in prostitution, possession with the intent to distribute controlled substances, and kidnapping. These 2 crimes must have also been committed within a 10-year period of each other. The judge also further informed the jury that their notes must not be shared either among themselves or on social media. And also, as part of his final instructions, hey, I like this judge, man. He laying down the law. He ain't playing no games with them. And also in his instructions, he made sure to let them know that, I got lost with my notes now, excuse me. He also let them know that the jury should select a 4th person to lead and coordinate their discussions. And then at the end of the day, he told them they could leave at 5 o'clock. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, but this judge, he is on the money. He ain't letting this thing get out of hand. He's letting everybody fight, but he's being a good ref. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for doing his 1-2 and his due diligence. All right, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and go into this quick news break. Y'all rock with your boy real fast, all right? Yeah, that was fly, right?
Only about an hour after the case of Sean Diddy Combs was turned over to the jury, already a potential wild card in the deliberation room. The jury delivering a note to the judge saying one juror is not following instructions. He's a 51-year-old scientist with a PhD.
It was unclear whether or not there was a concern about following the legal instructions or the other instructions about how to approach the case.
Is it too late to replace a juror?
It's not. The judge can, but it would be a big deal once deliberations start.
The case is complex and sprawling. Combs charged with 5 federal counts, including racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
In this courthouse, 8 men and 4 women are sifting through 7 weeks of testimony from 34 witnesses as media from all over the world await a verdict.
As jurors began deliberating in the courtroom, Combs' family joined hands and prayed. Prosecutors allege Combs ran a criminal enterprise, wielding his power to have employees carry out illegal activity on his behalf. They also argued that he used violence, drugs, and threats of blackmail to coerce former girlfriends Cassie Ventura and another referred to only as Jane to have sex with male escorts while he watched. In contrast, the defense not calling any witnesses, resting their case in 30 minutes. Combs declined to take the stand. But in closing arguments, his lead attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said all sexual encounters were consensual, saying Combs had a swingers lifestyle. Agnifilo also arguing that this video of Combs beating Ventura at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 is evidence of domestic violence, not sex trafficking, going so far as to call their relationship a great modern love story.
How? Tom Combs' demeanor really seemed to shift throughout the day. At one point, he showed the cover of 2 books, one being The Power of Positive Thinking, the other, The Happiness Advantage. But when another jury note came in about transportation of drugs, his mood seemed to be a bit more somber. Tom?
So yeah, then Diddy froze up. He was like, now wait a minute now. Y'all talking about this dope. Now hold on now. Now wait a minute now. What's the deal? We ain't, huh? You know what I'm saying? But y'all put it in the comments, man. Like I said, right now we still at a standstill. We on the clock. We on the verdict clock. So y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all think this dude finished, or y'all think P. Diddy got to punch his chance? I'm just gonna keep it real. The longer it goes, the better it looks. The faster the verdict, the faster his head get chopped off. But the longer, if he make it, now I'm gonna tell you something real. Like I said, I'd be. Hold on. Matter of fact, I need y'all to get a little closer. You close enough to your screen? I want to make sure you hear what I'm about to tell you. I'd be dead surprised if this thing go past Wednesday. If this thing goes past Wednesday to where they don't have a decision before the 4th of July holiday, he's walking. He's walking. So that's too much to think about. The more they got to think about, the more that reasonable doubt get bigger, and bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can shoot at me in the comments if you want. Don't make no difference. I'm going to shoot back. So y'all just let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. Straight Shooter Podcast, baby. Gone.